Good morning. It's raining out, as you can hear, no doubt. Let's give Royal some food. All right, so I did hear the co-op here earlier. Yeah. Okay, so I had them bring this up. Aunt Mabel was not impressed that I hadn't fed the chickens, so I made sure that they brought some feed out. I'm gonna go give them some now. If I can figure out how to make this thing work. All right, let's go give them this feed. Wow, this McLift is hard to handle. There we go. Again, I don't know how much this holds, but I'm just gonna give them one box. They should be fine for a bit. Is that it? No, we still have some left. Oh boy. Let's go put this in the barn so it doesn't get all wet. Too late, huh? Well, am I glad I got that grass off yesterday, but I was just looking and it might be almost ready to cut again. Oh yeah, Unc asked me to clean up a bit, so I mowed around the barn here, but I didn't pick up the clippings, so they're probably gonna get all gross. Let me see if I can set this down. Okay, where's that now? Well, where'd my honey go? We had honey back there. Oh, it's just hidden. Fair enough. All right, so let's go take a look and see if... I haven't looked yet, see if we... You know what? I'm gonna get in a vehicle. Go around and see if we got anything to sell. I hate to call the co-op right back too, but... Oh, we got some vegetables. Or no, we don't have vegetables. We have mushrooms though. No vegetables though. Alright, let's go check if we got any crawfish. I didn't see any eggs when we were by the chicken coop, so it doesn't... I don't think we have any eggs, at least. Oh, we got... Oh, wow. We have 3 things of crawfish. Let me just get those up by the barn so co-op doesn't have to drive all the way out here. Wow. They make babies real quick, them crawfish. Must be romantic weather for them in the rain. I don't know. I'll bring this stuff up by the barn and unload it there. Okay, I don't see any milk yet, do I? Is that milk? Wait a minute. I think I have some milk. No. Do I? No. That's just an empty bucket. Alright. Well, I think what we need to do is call the co-op. Oh, you know, I didn't have these silos working overnight. I think I'll turn them on and I'll go get the mushrooms. Let me do that first. Oh, that's going to be a tight squeeze in there, isn't it? Yeah, that's a tight squeeze. Okay, strapped, and let's get this stuff out of the rain. Making big ruts in the mud. Don't leave myself a lot of room either. Okay, so they were working. I guess I could have just seen they had already fermented in the silage, but I had to call the co-op if I want them to come out. So I did. I called them. They should be on their way out here. Well, I want to wait for those little silos to empty. I was talking to the guy at the co-op, and he did say they might be interested in buying these old silos off me too. They could rent them out. They've done that in the past for people, where they rent them out and then they go pick up the product as they fill them up. So when these empty out, we'll look into that. And when they get here, of course, I'll sell them all that stuff that's in the truck as well. Hey, so I'm back. It stopped raining. The co-op did come out. I see they got the silage, but not the silos. I'm going to have to call them back out. But we did get some good money from them. We're at 185. That's an insane amount of money. And it looks like we still have mushrooms that we could sell. Maybe I'll sell them when they come back out. What I want to do right now is ask Unc if he wants to get involved in this, but I want to go put up, hey Unc, I want to look into setting up a salt mine, see if we can extract some salt from the water table. Are you okay with that? And just put it on the other side of this property here? All right, he's good with it. So why don't I go do that, and then I'll check in with you. Okay, well, co-op came and they left. I'm just cleaning this up a little bit. You're going to be surprised. Unc has some pretty capable friends. I just talked to him about that salt business, and they just put one up. I'll take you over there a second, show you. All right, let's put this away, and then I'll take you over there. Actually, I wanted to start here because we did change some things. Unc was saying that if we're going to have people coming in to buy our products and salt, then we should let them know the bees are here. So I got a bee sign up. We also, it was a bit expensive to do asphalt all the way around, but we did put in a road, and we did put some gravel around these greenhouses here, just so it's easier to get around for when we pick up crates. But we did also just put them on the list for the co-op, so that when they come out to grab silage or anything else, they'll just grab that stuff too. So this is the salt mine. I did it exactly to specs that I got from Zach. That's my buddy who lives in Georgia now. I called him about it. He said, yeah, this is how it should be, so it should work. It should just automatically make some salt. And then up here, I gotta call Aunt Maybell too yet, because, I mean, I can run it now, for now. Looks like one of the guys is still here. But I'm gonna need someone to help me run this thing. This is the salt store. Not really a store, but it kind of. Well, it's locked up. But this is where we sell the salt. Aunt Maybell did tell me once upon a time, with her contacts at county, she's going to be able to help me sell some of the salt, well, the road salt. So that isn't made here. That's made up here. And it's very loud, so I'm going to get away from there. But that is the salt processing plant to where we make salt into road salt. And then it's right off the road. County already put a light in today too. Everybody's just looking for stuff to do apparently. I am a little concerned about the hogs. I have to find out if there's anything I can do. If people are going to be coming around here, I don't need hogs. Get out of here. Shoo! Get! But they seem to like to hang out. Get out of here! Alright. Don't go up by the chickens and goats. Keep going. Okay, well, they're gone for now. I'm going to have to figure something better out. I did also sell the silos. They picked them up. And I do have a little bit of money left, which I'm surprised about. And, you know, Washington's not my home, but I do miss some of the things about it. And one of the things is growing our own coffee, making our own strains of coffee. And I think I'd like to do that now as well. I got a spot right here. Why don't we just do that? I'm going to have Unk's guys put up a coffee production facility. When we're done with it, I'll get back with you. Okay, well, surprise, surprise. Again, I'm really impressed with Unk's crew. They just came out here and cranked these things out lickety-split. We ought to make sure that they're on. Well, we can activate the co-op notification from in here. Okay, so we'll turn this one on. We'll change it to selling, and we'll turn the water on just like we do for everything else. And now we'll be able to sell coffee. I could make coffee. I don't think Aunt Maybell's very impressed with, she calls it overpriced coffee. I don't think she's very impressed with it, but I actually kind of miss it, so I wouldn't mind growing it. I mean, maybe other people around here like it. I don't know. Gotta have variety, right? Okay, now, see, I'm noticing this grass. I kind of want to harvest it. Problem is, I don't have any. I let my lease go. So I really need to head up. I'll go see Mr. Spasic. Let's head up to Mr. Spasic and see what he has available for lease. Whoa, what's going on up here? Whoa. What's this all about? Yeah, I can always come back another time, huh? I feel like I need to call Unk. Yeah, maybe I better do that. I think I'm going to go do that. Call him, see if he knows what's going on. There's some pretty fancy cars for Corvish. Yeah. All right, I'm going to call. I'll be right back.
Hello?
Hello, Aunt Maybell. Is Unk around?
Oh, hi there, Goulash. No, I think he took off to Landing Arbor to pick something up for Mr. Spasic. Did you need something, dear?
Well, I'm not sure, but I just saw something I think Unk would want to know. Well, now that I say it, I think you might also want to know.
What is it, dear?
Well, I was heading over to Mr. Spasic's lot to see what he had available to lease, because I want to get that hay off the fields again. But I saw a bunch of cars parked outside the rental office.
Well, that sounds great for Mr. Spasic. It is getting on to harvesting season, so I bet a lot of farmers are lining up equipment to lease.
No, Aunt Maybell, these are not the normal cars or trucks you might expect to see in Corvish. These were all black and tinted. I mean, there was a German SUV and 3 brand new Raptors. All of them were black with black tint on all the windows. It looked a bit like what you see in the movies when some mob boss shows up with his crew. Quite frankly, I found it a bit disturbing, which is why I just drove past.
Oh dear, the only person who drives cars like that is Francisco. He is a Brazilian gentleman who just moved in maybe 3 or 4 years ago. He's the one who's buying all the farms and consolidating the land. You mentioned something about seeing some new barns on your way in? Well, that would be Francisco's work. Yep, Francisco Barbosa. Not a very nice man.
You know him?
He is the one who bought Mr. Spastic's place on the other side of town where he used to have his rental spaces. You know, the business he moved over here just down the street where he uses a couple of our old farm buildings as rentals.
Yeah, didn't Unc make some sort of deal with Mr. Spasic where he owns the rental business, but Unc still owns the land?
Yes, dear, that is exactly the arrangement they came up with.
So why would Francisco be there with his crew? I imagine he already had taken possession of Mr. Spasic's old place.
I don't really know why, but I know he isn't here to rent a space in one of those old rundown barns. If I had to guess, I'm thinking he may be there asking to buy the land. You see, he would have no idea that your Uncle Carl still owns the land unless he looked it up at the county. But then Dot would have told me if that had happened.
Well, why would he go see Mr. Spasic and not Unc?
Because he already approached us when he first moved here, and he knows how we feel about selling. Just after he moved here from Brazil, he asked us about buying what land we had left. But your uncle was not interested. At all. And he told him as much. Still, he kept coming over here, sending one of his guys over here just about every week. And your uncle kept telling them no. I swear, it was like trying to explain gravity to a chicken. They just didn't get it. Finally, after a bit more than a month of Francisco asking, your uncle got sick of it and went off on him. Seth was there. He told me your Uncle Carl was about as angry as a donkey with a mouthful of bumblebees that day. Anyway, ever since that day, we have not heard or seen of Francisco. I think he finally got the message.
Wow. Okay, so if Francisco is over there asking about the land, and Mr. Spasic tells him it still belongs to Unc, do you think he will come over here and ask about the land again?
Well, I would hope not, but Francisco operates on a different level. He ain't from these parts, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't worry about it too much, though. For all we know, he's just asking Mr. Spasic about a survey on the other property or something like that. Either way, harvest season's coming up. You better get over there as soon as you can. I imagine a lot of his rental equipment is already spoken for, especially the cheaper stuff. Carl needed a tractor last year around this time, but all he could get was that Kubota. It cost a pretty penny to lease that thing.
Well, there's no chance of me leasing that. I have no interest in the Kubota.
Why not? I tell you, I rode in it with your uncle a few times, and it was nice. It looked pretty new to me, and it had a lot of power. A lot. Why would you not want that?
Aunt Maybell, it's a Japanese tractor. What do the Japanese know about tractors?
Goulash, don't talk like that. Do you think Japan ain't got any farms or something? You think they feed their Wagyu cows ramen noodles from the vending machine? Besides, what was it I saw you pull up in? What was it that you hauled your dirty laundry and overpriced coffee across the country all the way from Washington to our farm? Unless, of course, Toyota was founded in Detroit. It's hard to keep all that stuff straight.
I get it. You made your point. Let me just go see Mr. Spasic, and then we can see where we go from there.
You do that, dear. And I will call Carl right now to tell him about Francisco. Oh, did you get that feed for your chickens yet?
Okay, that sounds like a plan. And yes, I had some feed delivered this morning. The co-op brought it out here when I sold some stuff. By the way, we had a lot of stuff to sell. It's a very profitable morning this morning.
I'm glad to hear that, dear. You can give us all the details this evening over supper.
Okay, then I'm going to get going. I guess I'll talk to you later on.
All right, bye, dear. Have a great day.
Well, it looks like Mr. Spasic came through for us again. I was able to lease, like she's a psychic. The only tractor that was available was that Kubota, and he was able to put duals on the back, because I'm not sure it can handle all this. And I wanted to go faster than last time, so I didn't get the Ribari. I couldn't get the Deutz anyway, so I got this set up. I guess one goes on front, one goes on back. And then if I hook up to this forage wagon, then I can pick it up off the field. Be another pass through, but I'm going faster anyways. Then after that, I need to expand this field a bit. So at least a cultivator. I certainly hope it can pull that. I'm not sure. And then I got a seeder so that I can seed some barley for the chickens and some grass for the, I guess, for the silage, so we can continue making money. I got some fertilizer and some silage additive down there, so I guess time's ticking. It's already 7:15. We might as well get going and see if we can get at least some of this mowed yet tonight. Probably shouldn't have leased this late in the day, but it was the next thing on the agenda. Okay, so I think this goes to the front. Yep. And then this should be the back. Hard to tell which side I gotta hook up on, but maybe I should focus on backing up instead. There we go. All right. Oh, it seems to be handling it just fine. I think, I don't know how much is available, yeah, on that field, but this field I think for sure we can harvest. See, the cutting swath on this is a lot bigger, so it should go a little bit faster. Let's see if we can get this done in one go. Huh. Guess I don't know what I'm doing yet. Oh. Well, let's see. I don't have enough power. So I guess we'll take it up to the garage, see if we can tweak it a bit. Might as well fold everything up. See if I can squeeze a little extra juice out of this thing. Oh yeah, I gotta pull that freight liner out too then, don't I? I could bring it over to Mr. Spasic, but I'm concerned that those guys are still there. I don't really know what all this is that's going on, but I don't think, it doesn't sound like Mr. Spasic's the coolest guy to have. I mean, that the Francisco dude, he doesn't seem to be like the coolest guy to have around. So here we go. Let's work on this. I guess I can't work on that here. Let me see if I can figure this out. I'll be right back with y'all. Well, it turns out I did have to bring this over to Mr. Spasic. He turned up the pump. I think he put some new injectors in. And we have quite a bit more power now. Hopefully this works. I wasn't able to afford everything with the duals on it, so I told him he could take those off. I guess if we need it, we'll figure something out. I mean, we are making money. Not a lot, but we do have a cash flow now. My biggest concern is if this thing gets stuck, I don't know what else we're gonna do. The self-propelled mowers, they're like $500,000. And I don't have $500,000. You already knew that. You can see exactly what I have. All right, we're gonna try this again. Okay, then let's turn it on and let's lower it. These are on and they're lowered. It's all joystick and He did give me another crash course though, so we should be fine. Let's see what we can come up with here. Well, that went a lot faster than last time, but I'm also a bit concerned that this field's disappearing. The more stuff we put in, the less hay we're gonna, or the less grass we're gonna get off of it. It's also, this tractor is very difficult to drive, especially from in the cab. That's what I'm saying. Especially since I'm also texting. I was checking on my fantasy football, and I found a pick, so I had to text my buddy on it, so I guess that made it challenging too. So let's take a look here. That's about all the grass that we're going to get off this mow. We'll probably just go set this up now and get that forage wagon that has the rake built in. That is so handy. Raking was one of my least favorite chores on the farm as a kid. I remember once Heidi asked me to rake. Oh, by the way, for those who haven't followed along, Heidi is the Dutch word for dad. So when I say Heidi, I'm referring to my father. Anyways, Heidi had me raking the hay one day, and he told me it was in a John Deere 4020. And he said, "Allo, just keep it in fourth gear. Don't go too crazy fast." And, well, I did until I got bored. Then I decided to put it in sixth gear. And you know what? I went a lot faster. I thought that was the answer. Until I got done. And I pulled it up to the tool shed. And Heidi noticed that we were missing all sorts of tines off the rake. Ah, hello. What did I tell you? Of course, I tried to deny it, but there's no denying it. There's, I think, 26 tines that were broken that had to be replaced. So yeah, raking on in and of itself is no fun. But this looks like it'll be fun. So all right, let's see if we can get this harvested. Let's see if I can do this the right way. I gotta lower it first, then turn it on. We got done fast, and we got about 3 loads. I think it was 3, maybe 4. It's 50,000 liters a load though, so that's a minimum of 150,000 liters of grass to turn into silage. That's pretty impressive. This crop, oh, good thing, thank you. Let's change this to, oh yeah, barley's not going to be any help either. That's only September and October, I think. All right, well, I'm definitely going to return that planter because I'm not going to pay 2 months of lease on it. And quite frankly, the Kubota's got to go too. That thing's too much. All right, well, I got the fertilizer in all of them, but the co-op delivered it in the road again, so I have to go get what's left over out of the road so I don't impede traffic. And I couldn't deal with Unk's truck anymore, so I had enough money to purchase a little International to pull around that trailer, wagon, whatever. That holds 2,000 liters. There's the International. I think this is where we're going to call it a day. It is getting late now. I'm gonna get some sleep. And I'll be back at it tomorrow, and let's see how much money we make. Good morning, Royal. Let's see if we got any milk yet. I don't see any milk. We still got that crate of eggs. I don't know where they'll drop the milk anyway. Well, I sure hope they give milk.